I just want to take as much money off the table, go out and invest it, and let it work for me while I'm doing something else. Let me use my skill set to go actively do what I'm really good at and figure out how I can go from making $100,000 a year to $1 million or $2 million or $5 million a year. And then I can just go invest more. And it starts stacking and compounding. And that's what's really powerful.
Bill is a real estate investor based out of Nashville, Tennessee. He and his team currently flip and wholesale over 100 deals a year. Bill is the CEO and owner of Seven Figure Flipping, where he leads a top house flipping and wholesale mentoring groups in the country. Bill, welcome to Real Estate Hacking Live.
Thanks, Ben. Thanks for having me.
What's going on, Bill?
What's up, Chris? How are you?
Good. I mean, this is your whole, this question is really everything you do every day. Building wealth, creating a legacy, but you're not doing it just for yourself. Owning an education company, you're teaching other investors, top tier investors, which is, that's how we met, is through your company. You're teaching them how to do that. So, how, for the folks watching, how are you building wealth and creating legacy?
Well, so one thing, I think there's a piece that a lot of people miss. Like everybody wants the passive income, but so I look at things a little bit differently maybe, but there's like an active income side for me and then a passive like wealth building principles. Mm-hmm. So what I do and what I've done for years, actually, let me back up. When I started this, I thought I was going to save my way to be wealthy. Like I was just going to save money. I lived on 55% of what I made and I saved the rest. And I just invested it. And I thought
that's pretty impressive right there anyway.
Oh yeah. I mean, I was single. But I didn't make that much money. Maybe to some it's a lot, but it's like 90,000, 100,000. I was flying for the military and I would park like anywhere between 45 and 55% of my salary, put it in IRAs, my 401k, savings accounts, put it in index funds and just watch it grow. And one day I was going to be a millionaire. That changed when I met people that were making $1 million a year. I got into a room where people are making $1 million a year and that shifted things for me. And I said, well, if they can do it, I can do it. And so then I started looking at things like I have active income, like I have work that I do and I love to work. It's really enjoyable to me. I like to make money. I like to go out and change people's lives. I like to impact the world. I like to do things like that. And so that's not going to stop. So what I figured is how can I make as much active income and then go park it? I call it burying it in the backyard. Yeah. So I just take my money and I bury it in the backyard. So if I make $100,000 in a month, I'll go bury it in the backyard. And what I do is I just put it in multifamily syndications typically, or I reinvest it back in the business. And usually it's a percentage of both. I don't like having cash in my account. I like having my soldiers out working all the time. So multifamily real estate is the number one area that I'm investing right now and back into my business and into my knowledge and skill set. Like I want to build my skills and I'll pay money to build my skills really fast. Mm-hmm.
So it's really that's the rich dad formula. I mean, you're doing it through business, which you can do it as a job because that basically is your business. You just have more leverage since you have a business and you're just following your business, your income, pay for your necessities, put everything else into assets, specifically in this case, assets that are paying you money and building wealth at the same time.
Yeah, I love the fact that they cash flow. I get a tax depreciation, which I need, and I get net worth growth. Like it's really great options there. So I just want to take as much money off the table, go out and invest it and let it work for me while I'm doing something else. Like let me use my skill set to go actively do what I'm really good at and figure out how I can go from making $100,000 a year to $1 million or $2 million or $5 million a year. And then I can just go invest more and it starts stacking and compounding. And that's what's really powerful.
Yeah. It's like what Grant Cardone says, which I think you may have a conversation with him sometime soon, but he always says like, I'm always broke because he doesn't want anything in his bank account because it's just losing money. It's got to be out there compounding with an asset.
Yep, absolutely. I just had a conversation with him. I'm a few minutes late because he kept going. Like when he talks about real estate, and he talks about money and he talks about mindset, he just keeps going. Like we're supposed to be on for 30 minutes. We're on for an hour and 15 minutes.
Wow. Amazing. Yeah. Legacy then. So how are you using your current vehicle right now, the way you have it designed to define your legacy?
Yeah, so legacy is an interesting word. I think most people look at their kids and their family and things like that, but that's only going to last for so long. Like I think our name is only going to last for so long. So number one, I think the written word has the opportunity to last a really long time, like way beyond us. If we can market it, we can get it in the right hands, we can make it powerful. So writing books is one thing. I wrote my first book. I'm writing another book. I think that's one thing that I want to do. Obviously my children, like I don't want to give them things, but I want to pass down information, knowledge, leadership, things like that to them, like a mindset where they can grow up, and it's okay to be wealthy. It's okay to want to do things in their life. It's okay to want to travel. It's okay to want to just shift from the norm. Like money is not the root of all evil at all. And then the real place is making an impact on others. I think like that's where the legacy, I think, can actually really spread. And so we have a charity in our company where we're giving money back. We're going on mission trips. We're doing those kind of things, but making an impact on other people. I recently tried to figure out like what my why was. Everybody just shows up and says it's their family. And I think they're all kind of like full of it. I think a family is the piece of it. Like if your why is just your family and you have $3 million in the bank, then why are you here at the event? Why don't you just stay home with your kids? And so I think it's a piece of it. I think we want a better life for our family, but we also want to strive to do more. And so I really got deep on that. And I got to a place of like, I really don't want to die without making a really big impact on a lot of people. And so that's really, when people ask me why I do what I do, why do you coach, train, why do you speak at events, why do you do all this stuff, and why do you keep going? That's it. Like, I really feel like I want to figure out how to leave something way better for other people. Like, how can I change other people's lives? I already got my life changed, and I just want to keep passing that down. So.
Love it. When you're talking about the books and whatnot, and plus you do a lot of content, has it ever occurred to you, like, wouldn't it be so? I imagine you would think this would be cool if you could go back and actually watch a video of your great grandparents, like have a conversation about something they were passionate in. Has it ever occurred to you, like 10 generations from now, like they're going to be able to go back and actually watch you and see what you were like and things you were passionate about, and really connect with you on a level that it's never been possible before in human history?
Yeah. Well, number one, I've never actually thought of like people looking back at me, like my, 10 levels past me looking back at me. But I do wonder, and that's interesting. Like now I do wonder about that. But I think I wish that I spent more time with my grandfather before he passed away. And I know some about him, but like I never really I was a kid, so I'm never really like curious about his history and what he did and all those things. Like I asked my dad and stuff, but never had like deep conversations with my grandparents. And so it is interesting that this stuff, I don't even know if this stuff will be able to find it. I mean, the rate at which like AI and all this stuff is going to search the internet, is probably going to be fine. But like most of our stuff, like you say, I put out a lot of content, and like I wish that I did. Like I think it's so insignificant. I should be doing way more, and we all should. I think that's what I hope people get from this is like there's a level like way past the level at which you're at, and whether you want to get there or not, like you got to figure out why you want to go there. I do think it's interesting. I won't be around that long. I just hope I make it to like my kids' and get to spend time with them. And I really like, I'm so proud, like my dad's my hero, and I'm so proud of the values that he instilled in me that I just hope that my kids and maybe my kids' kids see that, and it just keeps going back. Like my dad's values are because of his dad. And we have a long lineage of like great relationships with fathers, which is really incredible. Not everybody has that. And I realize that. So I want to do that. I want to be that for my kids. Like I really want to be the inspiration and role model for them, just to do whatever they want to do. Not exactly what I'm doing, because I'm not doing what my dad did. But yeah, it's interesting to think about. I do like that.
Love it. Well, thank you so much, Bill. Look forward to hearing more about your conversation with Grant.
Oh yeah, it was a good one. He was just talking. We're going to put it out on the podcast and stuff like that eventually. So awesome. Thanks for having me, Chris.
Absolutely. Take care. See you soon.